gonna show you what's in my bag. I got some brand new clubs. And the clubs just came in. We're gonna hit them out on the range today, and then we're gonna go inside. You have a TrackMan and an indoor simulator and all that, so we're gonna see the stock yardages. But let's reveal what is in my bag. And by the way, I got a new Titleist bag with my logo and name on its way. Should come in this week, but more importantly, what clubs are in the bag, Mike? Why'd you choose them?
All right, so, well, don't say why did I choose them. Why did you choose them is the question, right? And you like the feel of it. That was the most important thing, and you saw the ball flight out here on the driving range, so what's more fitting than to come out and do what's in the bag right here on the driving range? Let's just start off with the driver. He has the new QI35 driver. It is a 9-degree head. He's got the BB63X. There you go. Right over that blue flag. Ooh. And he had to hit the flag, it would have been right on it. That was right over the flag, and it was off the back of the driving range. That's amazing. In his fairway wood, which is the Callaway Elite a 3 wood, it is at 15 degrees, and he's also got the Diamana BB73S. So we've lowered spin, we gained more accuracy, more distance, and you just like the shaft.
Love it.
Felt really good, and unfortunately, sometimes you don't go X, 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 X all the way through your bag. Sometimes you go maybe an X, a stiff, maybe a regular because you're having a hard time hitting a hybrid, but not all clubs are going to match the same exactly in the same way. The next one that we went with, which was the DS Adapt by Cobra, he's got a 19 degree. He's also got the AD-DI 85X. Let's talk about this for a second, because when you had your 2-iron, low left.
Every time, I was consistent though.
What happened when we were in the simulator?
I'm hitting it higher, straighter, way farther, and it's super awesome.
It's an amazing club, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so versatile, off the tee, in the rough, off the middle of the fairway. So next, we have a set of golf clubs that is 4 through his gap wedge in the new Ping I530s. They are standard lie, standard loft, and we did put in a Tour 110R, but we actually trim this a little bit to make the tips a little stiffer to give him more of a balance through the shaft. And also, he's got a mid-size MCC +4 grip on here as well. So what we've done is we've given him a set of clubs that start at the 4-iron and go all the way down to the U-wedge, correct?
Absolutely.
And your thoughts?
Absolutely loving them. I want to go inside on the TrackMan and really find out like how far I hit them, because they're going so much farther than my previous clubs. I got a, 200 yards. I used to hit a 6 or 5 iron. Now I think I might be able to hit a 7-iron. So I just want to plug in those stock yardages.
Yeah, and that's going to be quite possible. I have a good feeling that that might happen. And if you're hitting over the back of the greens on a lot of these shots, it's because you are getting a lot more distance, right?
Yeah.
And then we have 2 wedges. One is a 5208F in the SM10s. Again, the same shaft, tip trimmed here at the bottom by 2 or a half an inch with the same MCC grips on there, mid-side. He's also got a 56 degree that has been bent to a 57 with a 5608, 5708 in the SM10s, again, with the same shaft and the same grip. Right, so you got your new clubs now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Last time when you were here, how far did you normally hit your pitching wedge?
Probably a $145.
$145? Okay. What I want to let everybody know that is watching this video, when Paul got fit, somebody mentioned that he was 6'1". Yes, we did extend his irons from his 4-iron all the way down to his lowest lob wedge, a half an inch longer to help with getting him a little more upright and getting down through the shot a lot easier. So I want to just clarify that we did go a half inch longer for his height at 6'1". So you said about 145 yards with a pitching wedge, and you're hitting at 157 yards. Look at the spin that you're getting off of it as well, and you're getting the ball to stop on the green where it's not going as far or rolling off the back. Now we understand that you are a very steep individual coming into the golf ball, and you've never taken lessons, and that's probably going to be my next thing for you, is that we find somebody that will help you so that you actually will gain a little more distance instead of taking up a piece of dirt about 6 feet long. 151, 154. So remember, this is a controlled environment. There is no wind, there's nothing to stop it from going. So you'll have to take that into consideration as well. But since this is a controlled environment and you wanted to know your numbers for your pitching wedge, so on average, you're at 154 to 157 with 75-70 spin, which is phenomenal. Let's hit some 7-iron shots. And I believe last time you hit the 7-iron, how far was it going?
Well, typically if I'm like out on the course, if I'm 175, I'd hit a nice comfortable 7-iron. But now, I mean, it's going way farther.
Well, that's good news, right? So that's what everybody wants, is more distance and a lot more accuracy. Typical smash factor for a 7-iron is usually around 1.36. He's hitting it dead center at 1.40. He's got some face angle issues that he's changing. But again, for a guy that's never had any lessons, he is hitting the ball a little straighter within the yardage. He's got 5,200 spin. His swing speed is now 96.6 miles an hour. And when we were in here with your other clubs, you were hitting around 85, 86 miles an hour, sometimes as low as 80 miles an hour. So you've gained some speed, and just to let everybody know, his irons are actually at a D1 swing weight at 37.5 with the shafts that are in there, okay? So he's got everything that he needs. His tempos and everything, perfect. I don't have anything to change, really. If you're hitting him straight like that down the center of the fairway, what more do I ask? I'm happy right now.
I'm very happy.
Okay.
What should I hit next?
Let's go to your hybrid. The one club that a lot of people were mentioning on the YouTube channel is, why didn't you stay with a 2-iron? Well, his 2-iron was very inconsistent, very, very inconsistent. And when we were outside, he was also very inconsistent with it. Mm-hmm. And if you watch his YouTube videos when he's out on the golf course playing, his 2-iron was about 6 feet off the ground, low left, no spin, and it was causing him to get in a little bit of trouble. And when talking with him out on the driving range with this club, he was down the center, straight down the center, no problems, no issues. And for Paul's game, if he gets a little bit out of control or whatnot, he can go to a club that he knows is going to perform when he gets onto the golf course, and that's what we've done. First shot, a little to the left side of the fairway, but that, again, your swing is pretty good. Your face angle's shut a little bit, but 237 yards off the tee, 250 total. I mean, that's off the ground, right?
Yeah.
And again, for a player that likes to draw the ball, if you kind of keep the face a little more neutral at the point of impact instead of trying to go ahead and roll it over, you'll start finding it a little easier for you to get a ball that you like as a tight draw. It's like similar to that, but we want to make it a little tighter. Ooh. All right, let's go to your 3-wood. This is also a big issue in regards to last time we were here. It was spinning way too much. The ball was getting into the top of the air, reached its top apex, and just fluttered down to the ground. So now what we're going to do is we give him something that's going to be a little more, less spin, same loft, but carries through the carries the ball through the air a lot better and completes at the apex and still keeps moving forward. All right, Paul, good job, man. So we've gone through what your bag has got and why we did what we did with the fairway wood, right? We went to a stiff. We wanted to keep the launch up in the air but lower the spin. Worked on the driver aspect that we could put you into that 63X, which was a standout shaft. And we talked about it in the video before, is that I might have fit you too good on this one and but it worked out. So With your bag that you have now, and from what you saw this morning when you got them, and you're getting ready to go out and play a round of golf here very shortly, are you happy with
I'm thrilled, Mike. I told you in the first video, I don't remember, I was like, you changed my life, because now, you know, I can hopefully beat some of my buddies and play better golf. And my goal on YouTube, I'm just documenting the journey. I'm trying to become a scratch golfer.
Right.
And so I really thought, how am I gonna become a scratch golfer? And obviously short game is where my weakness is, but it's like, I'm gonna get fitted for my club and I'm gonna start practicing my short game. And so I think with you helping me get these right clubs, me understand how far they go, if I can clean up the short game, I have the confidence I can be a scratch golfer. Some of our YouTube viewers aren't so convinced, but that's my goal, and I'm just trying to document the journey. So thank you.
Yeah, so just to give you an insight of everything, what a swing or a swing change or just a few little helps can probably change you to getting to scratch. Equipment does some of the part of it, right? And getting more distance and being accurate helps. But if your putting is off or something is off, that's why there's so many guys on tour that are all over the place winning now, and there's so many good players that are coming up. It's hard to win back to back. I mean, Scheffler did it last year, which was remarkable. I give him a ton of credit, but it's hard to be out there for as much of golf as they do and being able to try and shoot and win the tournament. So
yeah, and I'm not trying to beat Scotty Scheffler right now.
No.
I'm trying to go out, play the back tees. I know he saw one of my other videos. I was playing up a little bit. Play the back tees and just be out there and know I can shoot in the 70s.
Yeah.
That, like, if I just go out, my buddy's like, hey, let's go golfing Saturday. I want to be able to show up at the course, smooth round, and shoot in the 70s. And that's, for now, I'd be happy with that.
perfect, and that's all we want. So it was my pleasure. I had so much fun doing the 2 videos with you.
Mike, some people watched our previous club fitting video and they actually called the IMG Golf Academy and they're booking appointments with you for somebody who wants a fitting that's indoor, outdoor, world class. I'm telling you guys, I just signed up because I just typed club fitting near me. I live in Sarasota, Florida. This is in Bradenton, Florida, which is like a 15-minute drive for me. But if somebody wants to do a club fitting with you, what does that look like? How do they book? Are you open to the public?
I am open to the public. Even though I have 200 students that I do take care of here at IMG Academy, the tour studio is for everybody. It doesn't matter whether you're a touring professional, whether you're an amateur, or wanting to get on tour, or lower your scratch numbers, or a female golfer. I have clubs in here for